So this video is about opening. Opening is just starting a conversation. That's all it is. It doesn't whatever the situation is, opening is starting the conversation. Kicking it off. Like getting the ball rolling. And there's two types of ways to do this. Many people will say three, but I will tell you there's two types of ways to do this. Okay. One, day game specific. So if you're out and about during the day, is indirect. So indirect means you're asking for something else. You could ask for a coffee shop. You can ask for a pizzeria. You can ask for anything. I don't care what it is. Clothing store, shoe store, and then you transition into a conversation from that. But that specifically is day game specific. Right? Then you have neutral, situational, which you can use a cue off what the girl is wearing, whatever the situation it is that she's in, that you see she's in. For example, she's waiting in line for food and you're waiting behind her, right? You can make a joke about that or something. Or if you see she's wearing an interesting hat, you comment on the hat or piece of clothing, jewelry, anything. If she's smiling, big wide smile, you can make a comment on that, right? Start a conversation that way. There's coaches Todd. I think he had an opener where he would say to the girl, "You look interesting," right? That's a good. That's kind of ambiguous, murky, could mean anything. That's kind of a neutral, situational, not situational, but neutral. And those are the main two that you should be focused on. Like I said, indirect is more of a daytime thing. Neutral, situational is more nighttime. You can use it daytime too. You can use it daytime too. There are tons of situations where you can use it in the out and being out and about, walking the streets. I don't care, train, bus, plane, wherever. But those are the two ones you should focus on. The one you should never do is direct. Direct is a waste of time. People have been opening direct. This is it's one of the major reasons why the community has such a high, well, no, not high, low retention rate. It is direct is absolutely terrible. I've written an article on it. I can post it uh, in the bio below, the space below, for you to read. It's absolutely terrible. Don't do it. It doesn't work. Many people have thought that it worked, and it doesn't work. It just messes up your interactions more. You lose structure. You don't have good structure to it. You don't have good continuity to it. It just it it, it honestly destroys everything. But guys like it because it seems that you're going up front with a compliment and you're getting that out of the way, and then you talk about whatever the hell you want to talk about. But it doesn't work that way. You're shooting yourself in the foot because opening with a compliment is wrong unless it's done in a certain way. There are two types of ways you can do it. If you make it more push-pull style, which means you're actually flirting, where it's not just a compliment. It's a compliment and a tease, which is that's all push-pull is, right? Compliment and a tease. There are other ways to think about it too, but that way it's more balanced. It works better in the interaction and it fits better and allows better continuity. It's structured. It can be layered. And the other way to open with you had to open with a compliment is cocky funny. I use cocky funny lines all the time. They work wonderful. They're incredible. And they take the pressure off of the girl. Sometimes if you go up to compliment a girl, you're putting, depending on the context, you're putting a lot of pressure on her to say, oh, you're so, I just had to talk to you because you're so cute, you're so sexy, you're so whatever it is, right? That can be a lot of social pressure on her. So the best thing to do is, with cocky funny, you put the social pressure on yourself. It's still a compliment. It's still technically direct. But the social pressure is on you. And you get your point across that way. But I would say to start the interaction, you do either indirect, and I'll post some examples of those type of conversational starters, or neutral situation, and I'll post some examples of those. The cocky funny ones, we'll go over too, as well as the flirt, the full flirt ones, the more push pull, which is just a compliment and a tease. That's it. So those are the ones you should be focused on. Forget going direct. Throw it out. No more. No more. If I never saw another direct open, it wouldn't be soon enough. From this moment on, if I never saw another one, it wouldn't be soon enough. That shit needs to go. It's one of the main reasons why nobody gets any results in this community. It has to fucking go. So I'll get to the examples. Until next time.